派手にやらかそうぜ。派手に行くぜ。受けてみろ。これが修行の成果だ。
Hey everyone, Ink here, Sabin Saga, number 33, buckle in. This is voiceover because, oh my gosh, I could not stand this chaos. Especially the fact that I had to run it 4 times. This is my only Arciella less run. I wanted people to see that Sabin totally holds his own without this meta support that most people used to tackle this stage, which was practically designed more for her than for anybody else. Yeah, it drove me nuts because I was trying to get Sabin and Cyan to run together, and the roll coverage just isn't there. There's been a boss power creep. You're gonna get banter for this video, by the way. This is total banter. Enjoy the FF6 boss music in the background. But yeah, total banter. There's been a boss power creep starting at Arciella. The JP, our JP friends warned us about it, that Arciella's chaos. Yes, a lot of people did it. A lot of people did the TCC Extreme Challenge as well, which demonstrates sort of the lengths that GL players are willing to go to push, just having the platform of call to arms that Macnol does on DecidiaInfo.com. The turn count was so tight on it. The turn count is not tight in this one. In this one, you just need to complete it, survive, and you'll probably get score. But in Arciella, there's definitely a boss creep level where our roster hasn't met it yet. That's why a lot of people are using Arciella by default. We'll get it more right into late June and July with a lot of these other powerful characters that are coming out, which is going to be amazing. But the boss power creep, trying to complete with Sabin and Cyan next to each other. I tried Gao at first, which was super fun, by the way. I hope I can use them because they all ignore defense or hit weakness, and I really wanted to try and run it. Gao does the healing, and yeah, it would have been fun. Anyway, it doesn't work for this chaos, or I didn't have time to make it work. I was definitely going a little crazy. Sabin fixing turn order there with an awesome delay. His delay was so good in this entire run, but yeah, I could not get them to work together with Arciella. Maybe I could have done it with Porum, but I feel like you need 80% auras at this point for a team to be good. This team has 90% aura, I believe. Zack has 40, I think, and Vanille's got 50, and then Vanille on top of it is dropping defense by a whopping 80%. Sabin's hitting weakness, and Zack has his ridiculous multiplier, so this team works so well together. Zack is negating all the shaving that needs to be done by the bosses taking so many turns, which is great. It definitely need it, and made this a little bit more tolerable. Also, this is a healerless team comp. There's no healer. Zack is tanking and he'll heal himself, but Vanille doesn't heal. She's providing the dispel, as well as her aura, as well as battery, which is what Sabin very often needs. But you could even see with just one battery, Sabin does just fine. So yeah, Zack bringing the tank, Vanille bringing the dispel. You really, I mean, the name of this game is to figure out what counters the bosses the most and build team comps around it. And yeah, Vanille and Zack are a beautiful pair together, and they work so well with Sabin. Sabin being able to control the delays to allow the teams to set up to give Vanille an opportunity to dispel when it has to happen is really helpful. So he just synergizes very, very well with these two, which I was glad for. I don't know when this game is ever going to get a dedicated FF6 support. The closest person we have right now is Setzer. Setzer provides 30% attack aura as well as battery, and provides some great utility, but even 30% is not enough to get by now. So you only see, like, I mean, Liz Lisette can do this, but it's really tough to run all FF6 team comps like I would want to. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I am glad that I pulled Cyan. If you didn't see the pull battle that I did with Jin Lee, it was super fun. I have to absolutely thank Jin for all of the support that he gives to the Tonberry troop in general. We all got huge boosts to our followers on our personal YouTubes after Jin did his full battle with me. And yeah, I mean, and his how to play videos are, I think, some of the absolute best content available to the entire community right now, which is why I am always excited to feature it on our website. It's the absolute kind of thing that I want to see more of. If I could gift Jin an EX and 3 ingots on every banner, I totally would, if it meant that he was going to do those how to play videos, because they're really fun to watch. But I do want to point out something, and this is going into banter territory. A lot of people, yes, I for sure luck sacked and got very lucky pulling both Cyan and Fujin EXs. I have purpled them both, and I have used them both already in non-synergy level chaoses, and they're both great. I want to be super clear. I am maxed on tickets. I have 999 tickets. I have unclaimed summon boards. I've been saving tickets. Fran destroyed me. She cost me 500 tickets, and I got nothing. I was down under 200. I've built back up. I still was willing to pity this banner because I knew at the end of the day, there's no way I could walk away without Cyan and Fujin. No way. So if I spent 700, 800 tickets and I didn't get them, I would be actively upset at the game. And I don't want to open that opportunity, so I went straight to gems. And that's why I save and use my gems wisely, and why I never mix. So when you say, oh, well, you could just throw, shout out to Minion and his push for me to use 13 tickets on a banner. But if you use 13 tickets on a banner, sure, they're all the same chance of you getting an EX, right? But why use 13 tickets on a banner that you're not going to purple the characters, or that you're not going to enjoy, like thoroughly enjoy using, if you can't properly invest in them? I would much rather save my tickets for when I can near guarantee an EX. And if I walk away with it, like Kais is getting ticketed, Alphino's getting ticketed, Ida's getting ticketed, Kefka I would pity, but his BT is close enough that I'm gonna give him 600 tickets, and if I don't get it, it's fine. I'm gonna pity Strago regardless in the future, and Kefka BT is on that banner, so there's at least some overlap there for me, but I'm fine missing Kefka for now, just based off of the fact that I'm gonna be pulling one of his future banners very, very heavily. Also, Kefka is probably one of the FF6 characters that he's toward the bottom of my list. He's an excellent villain, but I don't play villains very often. But he looks amazing. I can't wait to use him. But yeah, just to be, I know that I'm at meme level in the community for not mixing tickets and gems. So even though I had max tickets, I still would have pitied this banner because I could not walk away missing them. There's no way. And I would have been upset with myself, and I would have not enjoyed the game for it. And I don't know why I would want to put myself in that position. There's definitely EXs I can walk away from, like Fran can walk away from her EX. I would have loved it to use her with Sarah, but that's totally fine. I will get over it. If I didn't have Cyan, I would not get over it. Shout out to Necklord. I know he'll enjoy that. He is the biggest Cyan fan, and I'm close to him. Yeah, just in general, I think Cyan's great. I think this banner is heavily undervalued. You're getting a great melee dispeller. He's the only dedicated melee dispeller Cyan is. He ignores defense. He's going to be great for the next month and a half, doing all sorts of work, and he's very flexible in team comp as well. From a damage dealer perspective, he's great. And also just being able to cleanse party debuffs, that's only on Yuna right now. And Yuffie can do it 1 for the party. And other than that, I don't think that there's anyone else that cleanses debuffs for the party. Balthier does it on himself. Warrior of Light can evade debuffs, and then we have debuff evasion. But from a cleanse perspective and a Suna perspective, Cyan's there by himself. And I think that that's not being valued highly enough, probably. And then on top of it, to get a character like Fujin that's still performing at Lufenia level, because she's a support. She's an excellent battery with her HP plus, and her EX, her launching, helping to boost score, is great. So yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the battle, but you do, with a healerless comp, I was waiting for Trinity Hurricane to be lined up, and they were targeting all late enough in the battle, and that is when they would use it, and that's when I swapped. But I needed to summon because they had 6 framed buffs and debuffs, so freeze wouldn't have gotten applied, so that's why I had to do it at that point, and it was really nice that there was a launch. But anyway, back to talking about Cyan and Fujin. Fujin's, she's an awesome character, and also pairs really well with not just Kais. Yes, she pairs great with Kais. That doesn't mean that's fine, right? She pairs great with so many characters, and the fact that she is a launcher that imperils wind and works with Pandemonium Summon is got to be the most beautiful synergy I've ever seen. So the fact that you can get, the only thing missing on the banner, right, is a healer. Like a very strong healer-based support. That's not on the banner. But you also get Vanille. Vanille, who, any of these units work great for Entropy 12. Cyan, though, needs Fujin to work because physical is very heavily resisted for Entropy 12. Vanille is a key unit. If you don't have Arciella, you basically practically need Vanille. If you don't have Vanille, then you're looking at basically running heavily protected team comps with Beatrix, with X-Death, with Porum. They're all with Edge. You're going to need one of those, so you have to have your HP damage mitigation very free to run Dispellerless. Otherwise, it's Arciella or Vanille, or you need to get Fujin to imperil. I did see a comp with Lulu at 0-3. So people could use Lulu, but you need to carry her damage because she's not doing much. So you need characters like Alphino and, you know, some really heavy damage dealers to push through. So yeah, I think the banner is excellent for Entropy 12. It's nearly the best banner. The best banner probably just being Arciella, because Prisha's totally fine as a damage dealer. You can slot her in somewhere in an Entropy, but Arciella will have excellent longevity. I think she just has better role coverage than the entire banner, which demonstrates how busted Arciella is. But you know, I have the roster of 21 JP players that I use to figure out who I talk to when we do infographic analysis, and not all 21 of those people had Arciella. She is not a must-have by any means. There's plenty of people that did not have her, that got through content absolutely just fine. But she is a great character with good role coverage. But if you're lacking a lot of units, I would almost say that you should pull this banner over the Arciella banner if you were trying to get through 12. I'm probably crazy and will get hated for that, but if you don't have a lot of characters, getting 3 chaos viable chances at EXs is really good for your entropy bench, and then you could just grab some more characters coming up in the near future and you would be fine without Arciella, technically. So going into wave 2 here, you could summon right before this. I burned my summon obviously to set up Setzer in my healerless run, but this is my first mistake right here, is that instead of, I dropped D-Protect, and now they have 4 framed buffs, so this is a total loss of damage, because I can't imperil with Sabin. I'll push off the defense debuff, and Vanille doesn't have a lot of abilities left. And I also can't use Zack's EX, because if I do, he'll lock them, and then that'll push off. So I need to wait for Vanille's next turn. I have to Dispel here. I can't use her EX, because that would also push off. So I basically wasted 3 turns there with that suboptimal gameplay. But yeah, it's totally fine. Just let Sabin run ham on these guys now, which is great. Yeah, Entropy 12. The team that I'm planning to use for Entropy 12 is Vanille, because she's on the bench. I freed her. I freed her a long time ago. She was in Entropy 3, but it was a very long time ago that I freed her. But Vanille, Aerith is a great magic damage dealer. They both have Last Stand, which will be much better. This song's fine, sure. We can keep it. This is Celis's theme. I have FF6 playlist. I love this song. But yeah, for my third slot, I'm either thinking actually of doing Celis. That's why I'll leave this. She may be my third that I use with that team comp, just tanking, and she's also got Last Stand, so that helps. And then Aerith will carry damage. Just she'll have to with that team, and there's just so much battery, so it should be fine. But if that doesn't work, I may grab Papalimo. I've really enjoyed my FF14 characters, even though I've never played the game. Shout out to Alfino Levalure. That's such a hard last name to pronounce, but he's an awesome runner. He plays JP and GL, and you're going to see his amazing work that he helped with for the Alfino and Ida infographics. He was one of my sources, which is awesome. I really appreciate everyone in the JP community that can support our infographics. We certainly can do it without them if we had to, like Aranea, but you could see in Aranea's infographic, it's lacking the level of depth and understanding that we get from the JP players from their perspective. So very appreciative of them and their willingness to help me and chat with me about everything. But I did want to do another semi-rant, which is if you're looking at the Entropy 12 comps, so obviously Fujin's great because she can imperil Wind, and then she'll be hitting for weakness along with the rest of the team. So you can actually use Cyan with her, which is great. But if you look at all the team comps, you start to see some really interesting team comps. Shout out to Black Cloud that did some really good digging. I'll link his video in the description. That did the video for how to beat Entropy Tier 12, like just an amazing walkthrough to prepare players on it. And yeah, I mean, there's the most surprising comp, absolutely, is the fact that there was a Garnet EX run, EX only, no plus. We all know Garnet EX plus is extremely strong. Garnet with her base EX alongside Zidane, purple. Anyone that tells you that Zidane is meh because Kais is the prize on the banner, I would just say question your sources. Yes, Kais is utterly broken and powerful. That does not make Zidane even close to meh. He carried as a Garnet 30 EX only through the latest, one of the absolute most difficult entropies. That is how hard Zidane hits. And his debuffs are among the most potent in the game. He has an excellent speed down debuff. He has a great defense down debuff as well. And he stacks debuffs too, so he's got his frame debuff too. Anyone that tells you Zidane is meh, just take a step back and question their sources and what they're actually looking for, because there's a good chance that they have not done the level of research and tried using Zidane themselves. It's possible they did, and if they did, power to them, right? And hopefully they'll give you that perspective on it. I just finished Zidane's analysis actually, and it was certainly fun. Kais overshadows him, absolutely. Kais overshadows the entire roster, unfortunately. But I think a lot of people will pull Kais and then will say, why is he so broken? You do need he is more rewarding with good team building, and so he certainly is a more advanced character. I don't think at all that he's a push buttons and win character. It does require some level of planning to use him. I love every time I can delay with Sabin. Shaving required here though, so may as well use my last C65. I just, yes, every character is great. And I'm not saying anything of the sort that like, oh, you can use anyone anywhere. Like, yes, I've already demonstrated that using Sabin in 33 consecutive Chaos runs. But you have to build around characters properly, and if you don't build around them properly, then they may not be useful for you, as useful as other characters might be. And yeah, anyone that says Zidane's meh, I can basically say that there's probably going to be a ton of there's going to be someone that backs Zidane and runs him nonstop, as much as they can, because they like the character. I personally don't like Zidane, but if I pull him with Kais, I'm totally going to use him, because I think his kit is incredibly interesting and cool. I wish his EX got a recast up. That I think would be the big thing that would make a big difference, or that his HP plus wasn't high turn rate. I don't think his HP plus should be high turn rate. But anyway, that's spoilers. But yeah, I think hopefully people will realize that all the upcoming EX Plus units are great in their own right and have some good longevity behind them. Like, sure, everything gets a little screwy at BT, and it is wise to save your resources, which is why I would say, like, pull people that you're excited to use, not people that are hyped. I hate following hype. Actually, the characters that I've pulled for hype reasons, I think I tend to be much more disappointed with, and I don't enjoy using them. So yeah, I would follow that advice for sure. I know a lot of people obviously were disappointed with Emperor because they had Ulta Misha. That's a great example of someone that was chased for meta and then just, you didn't need Emperor. I did because I had no magic DP damage dealers, but I skipped Ace, I skipped Ulta Misha, I skipped Kuja, I had no magic damage dealers. So I needed Emperor from my own roster if I wanted to keep completing content. But yeah, I hope that people will start to realize that. And also, a lot of these EX Pluses, like we do show the future banner, they're going to be synergy on that. So picking up Zidane's EX or picking up like any other EXs is really useful, just because you can run them in synergy quests and get your BT token that everyone wants so preciously wants. So here we have to go out with style. So that is what's happening here. Let's let Zack kill this guy, and what better way to end Sabin Saga 35 than with a Phantom Rush. I'm going to show off my artifacts in just a second, but hopefully you enjoyed my utterly random banter across this video. Yeah, take care, everyone. Please stay safe, and yeah, good luck with all the upcoming content. All right, as promised, the arts. So Zack is in great shape after farming on Vane's Cosmos while I was chasing perfect Sarah artifacts, which I eventually got. But I got Zack along the way, which was great. I love using Zack. He's awesome. Over to Vanille, who I got great artifacts on her as well from I think her Awakening, her 70 probably, and then I also got it from Beatrix's event, which was the place where they got perfected, and then Sabin himself, the usual triple 108, 2 buffed attacks and a 330. If there's 2 batteries, I probably eventually want another 330, but I still think this is great on him and is perfect, especially now in late chaos. I am keeping the 170 just in case I ever want more regen on him. Like if he's with a lot of high auras, then I probably don't need all the double buffed attack, and maybe I can rock a 170. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the 33rd installment of Sabin Saga. Um, I think that 40 is going to be the hardest one. It's Alexander Chaos. I hope that I can get that far. If I do, uh, the saga will get paused there because Charlotta's Lost Chapter absorbed both Wind and Holy. And yeah, I respect Sabin way too much to drag him through that kind of content. I probably could, but I don't think it's worth it, and it won't be fun, and it won't be demonstrating how powerful he is as a character. So yeah, I don't know if I'll need to find a new champion until he gets his LD, or whether I'll still try and run future chaoses with him, just until Lufenia comes around, and then I won't be recording chaos anymore because it won't be necessarily that interesting unless it's a synergy quest. So I'll run him when he gets his boards for sure. I can't wait for him to get his boards. He's got nice boards, as everyone does. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed the run, and yeah, stay safe. Please respect each other and stay healthy, everyone. Take care.